Am I the asshole for telling a parent it is not my fault her child got hurt? I'm writing this still at the skate park and it's loud, so sorry for any typos, maybe worth a mention, but I'm waiting on the guardie to turn up, as she called them. I'm 17 female, the child in question is roughly 8 male. As I said, I'm at the skate park, this other lady is here with her 3 children, 2 on a scooter, probably around 10-13, they're pretty good, but the youngest was just running up and down ramps like mental despite multiple people asking him countless times to stop. Eventually his mother got pissed off and said he's just having fun, and one of the lads says it's his fault if he gets hurt. And he was right, the skate park isn't going to stop for one idiot child. And just that happened, I was the unfortunate one who crashed into this kid, and before anyone asks, no, I couldn't have just stopped without both of us getting seriously injured. Cue a piecing screech from the kid, mother looks up from her phone and she starting yelling at me too. She said she was calling the guards and I said go on, there's CCTV everywhere, and it is very clearly the child's fault. The kid has a cut elbow, I am also a bit cut up, but it's fine. I offered her disinfectant cream and plasters I have in my bag, as well as unopened water to clean out any dirt with. She tried blaming me for what happened, she was pretty up in my face about it, and at this point I said, it's not my fault that your child got hurt, he has absolutely no spatial awareness, you weren't watching him and you brought him to a skate park at peak time. If you didn't want him to get hurt, bring him when it's less busy. She wasn't happy, phoned the guards, now I'm waiting and her child is crying and my friends said I should have just apologized outright and that I'm an asshole. I did apologize to the kid but not to the parent. Am I the asshole? First, for everyone else's clarification, Gardaí is the term for cops in Ireland. Second, not the asshole. That's like letting your kid run into traffic and blaming the car when the kid gets hit. She was warned, very clearly, what the consequences could be, and you didn't hurt him on purpose, so the mum should shut the fuck up. Not the asshole. If you have not already spoken to the cops, be sure to mention. Skaters repeatedly asked the mother to watch her child and she refused. The mother was on the phone and did not see what happened exactly, so her word is not worth as much as yours. If your park is like ours, the other skaters will surely back you up against her complaints. Just try to stay level-headed as you give your side of the story, no matter how hysterical she is. If she tries to interrupt you, just calmly ask the cop, excuse me, can I finish giving my side? Not the asshole. I passionately hate parents like this. She had the DMN thing, not you. It is not on you to look after it. I would also say different if the child was very young, toddler-ish, but at that age they know right from wrong and that kid knows mommy will stick up for him regardless of who Ta actually is. Her, by the way. Would love an update if, when the police actually turn up, I can't imagine they will be happy with her threatening a child either. You're 17, not a grown-ass woman like her. As if they don't have enough to deal with right now. Not the asshole. No way should a child that young be at a skate park. She should have dropped off the 2 older kids and brought the baby somewhere appropriate. Or at least, as you said, brought her kids during a down time for the park and stayed off her damn phone and kept pace with her kid. And even then she'd be risking injury. Did the toddler even have a helmet and pads on? Not the asshole. A skate park is not a good place to bring a young child, where many people will be moving at speed from all directions. The mother was even advised this by those skating. Lo and behold, her ignorance had consequences for her kid. Not the asshole. It was an accident that could have been avoided if the asshole parent wouldn't have insisted on hijacking the park in order to turn it into her child's personal playground. Don't apologize to that woman, she should apologize to you. Not the asshole. She was in her phone expecting the inanimate skate park to watch her child or worse, random strangers. I've seen busy skate parks and they are not the place you send an 8-year-old to cluelessly wander around in. Not the asshole. Please update after the guards get there. Not the asshole. Objects in motion stay in motion. Stopping yourself is generally not possible before a collision with another person when you're going up or down a ramp. You can't help that mom let the kid do whatever he or she wanted. And you apologized to the kid, which was exactly right to do, and don't owe her jack. Let the guards watch the CCTV. Not the asshole. Her child, her responsibility to watch him and show him how to respectfully stay of the way. Your friends weren't the ones being screamed at or got the police called on them. Not the asshole. She had ample opportunity to collect her child and get him out of harm's way and did not. Not the asshole. You were 100% right. Parents are 100% responsible for watching and controlling their young children. And that is not a good place to bring your child if you know they run around without awareness or care like that. The mom is the asshole here. At the least she needed to keep an eye on the kid, and honestly she should have taken him somewhere else or off to the side off of the skate area. I mean, would she let him play in the middle of the street? I hope not, but who knows with people like her. Not the asshole. The kid learned a valuable lesson today. Mom probably didn't though. Edit, you're gonna have to update us on what the cops say. Not the asshole. Would this mother also let the child play in traffic and blame a driver when an accident happens? Info, are there signs posted with rules about how to use the equipment? I'm assuming running is not allowed on any ramps, rails, ledges, etc. It's a firm not the asshole from me either way because skate parks are not for running and she was fairly warned. But she goes from just another snotty entitled parent to awe of the century if there are posted rules. I'm also sorry that you got hurt and inconvenienced in all of this. Not the asshole. She wasn't watching her child properly and refused to listen when people got angry at the kid for being crazy everywhere. You even went so far as to offer disinfectant, which is honestly too nice emo. The child was going to get hurt eventually with the way he was acting. I hope that now he knows better. The mom sounds like a total asshole though. It's not your fault if he bumps into you. Not the asshole. The mother was warned of the risk, and a busy skate park can be dangerous enough for even wary patrons. Your story suggests she was inattentive, probably borderline negligent. You apologized to the kid, gave equipment for first aid and provided a pretty reasonable response to an accident which you yourself had little control over, but which could have been readily avoided. That is a considerably more mature and helpful set of actions than I would generally expect a stranger to perform in such a scenario. Not the asshole. She needs to control her child. How dangerous to let him just run around a skate park. Not the asshole. Kids who aren't skating or are not old enough to do it competently should not be on any equipment or in the flow of traffic at skate parks. Not the asshole. That's like standing behind someone swinging and saying it's their fault when they hit you. Everyone knows you don't walk behind someone swinging. Even if you did apologize, she still would have lost her shit and screeched. Your friends are encouraging her behavior by siding with her, so I hope they enjoy little kids running around the ramps and screechy mothers when accidents inevitably happen. Not the asshole. Do you believe anything you said was wrong? I'm over double your age and I would have been the one apologizing if I had been in your situation at your age. I only wish I had stood up for myself in the way you did. It's a lesson it took me a long time to learn. There's no need to blindly apologize to someone just because they are older than you, especially when they are clearly being irresponsible and behave immaturely when it backfires. You tried to provide comfort to the child that got hurt. By the sounds of it you were firm but you weren't rude. Not the asshole. Be sure to point out to the guardie that she was too busy on the phone to watch her child. Not the asshole. Not your kid, not your problem. Not the asshole. A skate park is no place for a kid to be running around. It's for skaters and okay, scooter kids too. My husband skates and I longboard, so at parks I usually just watch everyone getting their lines and tricks. Even skaters, who know how to watch out for others in parks, end up crashing into each other. An unattended child, running over the hips and ledges is definitely an accident waiting to happen. Not the asshole. My 27 female daughter, 6, loves the skate park and always asks to go. If it's busy I usually don't let her, but if we do and anyone else is there I make sure she knows they have the right to play even more than she does because they're actively skating and she needs to avoid being in their way because they go fast and it's hard to stop, which could lead to injuries. Skate parks are targeted, geared, intended for teens and even young adults, and while others should be allowed to play too, this kid being in your way is the equivalent of you just sitting on a kiddie slide that has 12 kids lined up and not letting them play. Not the asshole. It is a skate park. From what I read, it doesn't appear the child was skating at all, thus child should not have been at the ramps. Entitled Mom is the not the asshole. Peak hours at a skate park are no joke, and they are not a place for inexperienced skaters, much less small children with no spatial awareness. Note, I don't have experience in any skate parks outside the US, so perhaps it is a bit different in Ireland. She wasn't watching her child and may have been ashamed that her negligence resulted in a hurt kid. Regardless, you didn't crash deliberately, and it sounds like you handled yourself well. Edit, spelling. Oh no, my kid got hit by a skateboard because I was a bad parent. Apologize for no reason, asshole. Not the asshole. Her son was asked to stop and she was warned. Not the asshole. She rang the guards for an accident? I bet they were happy with her. Absolutely not the asshole. The mother's a muppet. Please update so we know you're okay. Not the asshole. You are very mature and responsible. Everything is on her. Not the asshole. She allowed him to put himself in danger. You are not the asshole. In the US, I had to sign a waiver absolving everyone of any injuries my children obtained while at the park. I did this at every official skate park they went to. Is it different in Ireland? This mother is acting horribly. Shame on her for not using her time bandaging up her kid and making sure you are all right, not threatening you because she is a bad parent who was too busy on her phone to tend to her own child. I want an update on what happened. Not the asshole. You shouldn't take responsibility for her bad decisions. Holding her accountable probably won't change her behavior, but that is her problem. NTA. Parents should learn how to parent. Not the asshole. It is her fault for not watching her kid. Not the asshole. Hopefully they'll lecture her about basic mother duties. Not the asshole. Your friends are crazy, you have no reason to apologize. It is not your responsibility to look out for other people's kids. That's what parents are for. Perhaps if she was a good parent, this wouldn't have happened. NTA. Call your mom. You're still a minor. And this is in no way your fault. You should be the one calling the guards. Her child neglect got both the child and you hurt. People like that are often bluffers. Don't let her bully you. Not the asshole. Something I think might be important to clarify. It sounds like the child was running in a skate park. I'm not an avid skater, but my friend lives across the street from one, and people without wheels on are generally on the boundaries of it, watching, not going over ramps. It seems reasonable that you should not have to worry about a child running in front of you in a zone dedicated to a sport on wheels. Yes, it's possible to avoid a non-skater, as I'm sure a few people did, but it's not fair to expect that you should have to worry about an unsupervised child in an environment that is not meant for them. It's not a playground. People are going fast on concrete on wheels. There's not an easy way to stop if a kid decides to do a quick 90 degrees turn. Not the asshole, but would love an update. Update? Not the asshole. A skate park is used under one's own responsibility. If the lady keeps in harassing you, tell her you will press assault charges. Not the asshole. She was dumb and she was warned. What the hell did she think would happen? No, you don't let your kid do something dangerous because he's just having fun. It's 100% her fault. Not the asshole. My son's 2y6 male old and he loves biking, skating and running up and down like Usain Bolt, and we live down the street from a park. I try to take him every day, but I avoid peak times. I don't let him in the skating rink if there's even one other kid there. I follow him into the bike pump track. Because I know my child is my responsibility and I'm not an asshole parent who'd blame some other kid if he got hurt. Honestly, I'm kind of embarrassed when I have to chase after him when he tries running in front of other kids on bikes. AJD, he does that because he's just a baby. Not the asshole. She's lucky he didn't get a more serious injury. Not the asshole. And if you apologize to anyone, apologize to the kid, not because you're at fault but because it really wasn't his fault. There's a reason we parent children till they're older. The blame for this lies pretty squarely on the mother who let her kid do something stupid and dangerous.